Yes, sir. It's your boy B Hayes. We back with another one, guys. So we rattling that tree. We steady having new investigations pop up. We steady having new whistleblowers come forth with information. We steady having good catalysts, good news for fundamental values of AMC. We steady having all this good momentum in our direction. But you know what still remains the same? The price action of AMC. We steady been trending in this same spot, consolidation, for a period of time. From that low bottom of 13, 14 up to 18, that ain't nothing but one big consolidation. That ain't no movement. We know that. That's no movement at all compared to how much we dropped from our all-time highs, guys. So we know we should easily right now be trading in the mid-20s, if not back over that $30 offense defense barrier, guys. So like I say, they slowly but surely acting as if they trying to, have the retail investors on an even playing field, trying to bring justice for something that's been going on since the beginning of times, but it all started unfolding and coming to light since last year around this time. So they steady acting as if they're trying to bring these guys down as one of the biggest organized crimes, like a mafia. That's what the racketeering charges is like, the RICO Act. Usually that's not ever seen in finance. Not saying that it can't never happen, because it's happening now, and we know they been doing it. But for this to happen in finance, that's a game changer. That's so, that's looking just as if they drug dealers. That's why we made it, the scenario, the stock market, the streets, it ain't too much of a difference. It's the same thing. They just doing white collar crimes. They just doing it, without guns and actual drugs. They doing it a different type of way, but still like they in the streets. That's why they all getting charged if they can get this conviction, because it's just on the table. It's not 100% a fact that they're going to be charged with the RICO Act. They got it on the table and saying there's a possibility that they could be charged with that due to the connections of everybody being tied together. The hedge funds, the banks, the short sellers, everybody all in on this together. They all could be charged as one big mafia organized crime, guys. And that's what will hit them with the RICO Act. That's usually what big time drug dealers get charged with. So you already know, guys, this is going to be something to see, and we're going to wait for the actual results to come out and see exactly who take responsibility for these actions that was taking place, guys. And also, will the right ones go down for it and not just the smaller guys? Because like I said, guys, I did think they was going to hit the smaller guys and the people that's not really beneficial to them, hit them, make them take the fall for this, and leave the big dogs alone, someone like Citadel. But now Citadel is going under investigation. And like I seen someone comment, like I just be sharing my opinions, guys. When I ain't speaking facts, I'm just sharing my opinion around this situation and what I believe will come up out of the situation. Like I told you guys, I did believe all of them would be working together and they would try to pin it on the smallest one. But like I read a comment from the previous video, and they were saying, nah, Hayes, I think you wrong on that. I think they trying to just get the smaller ones first and get them to tell on the big ones. And that's exactly how the streets will go. They will, get the smaller guys first and get them to fold on the big dogs to get more information and make sure they can actually convict the big ones. Because if they go for the big ones first and they don't get the conviction like they wanted to, because the big ones got so much more power and so much more leverage, because they have a little more capital, and being in the game longer, they know a little more loopholes and could possibly get up out of the situation. They want to hold. Let's get the smaller ones. They don't got enough resources like that. Get them to fold, get them under the table, and then they gonna fold on the bigger ones like Citadel, because Citadel is under investigation now. So this could be one big scandal that go down in history, guys, that what's been going on since last year. It's been going on since beginning of times, but it's all just coming out. Everybody actually starting to see firsthand and be right there and see how manipulated the stock market is, guys. So you already know, like I tell you guys, eventually the truth will come out, guys. So U.S. prosecutors explore racketeering charges in short seller probe. U.S. prosecutors are exploring whether they can use a federal law originally enacted to take down the mafia in a sprawling probe of hedge funds and research firms that bet against stocks, according to two sources. So they most definitely is trying. They say they trying, guys, to take these people down. But you guys already know I ain't gonna believe Nothing that I see until I actually see it with my eyes, until I actually see somebody, going down. And not no fines. I ain't want to see nobody getting fined. I want to see some real consequences being taken for these guys, for this. Because the fact is, I ain't want to see anybody go to jail, be taken away from their families. But a real consequence got to happen behind this. Because if it's just a fine, they going to easily continue to do it. That's not going to put no damage on them, paying a fine way less than the profits that they made. If you're going to make them pay a fine, at least be jail time fine, but also the fine be more money than they made. Because if they just paying pennies on the dollar, that's going to be a pat on the back to them. You get what I'm saying? If I got billions of dollars and I only got to pay a couple million in fines, that's nothing to me. It may seem like something because we ain't got millions, but having billions, spending a few millions on fines when you in the wrong and made so much money, that's nothing. That's a pat on the back. So we got to make sure they don't get that pat on the back, guys, and make sure they, go all the way forth with this and see what actually come out at the end of the tunnel.